There is a place small and seemingly insignificant, yet one that carries within it the heartbeat of the divine, Bethlehem, the city of bread, the city of prophecy, the place where heaven and earth touched in a moment that changed the course of history forever. But Bethlehem holds mysteries, deep prophetic mysteries, that speak to us even today, mysteries that challenge us, inspire us, and beckon us to uncover the divine purpose hidden beneath the ordinary. Today, I want to take you on a journey into the Bethlehem mysteries. Mysteries that reveal not only the birth of a Savior, but the birthing of hope, destiny, and divine intervention in our lives. Bethlehem was no grand city. It was small, overlooked, a tiny dot on the map, often ignored by the powerful and the proud. The town was known as the City of Bread, yet it was itself a place of simplicity and modest means. It had no palaces or riches, only the quiet rhythm of everyday life. Yet it was here, in this unassuming town, that the King of Kings chose to make his entrance into the world. Think about that for a moment. The creator of the universe, the author of all life, did not arrive with a royal procession or in a majestic palace. Instead, he was born in a stable, laid not in a cradle of gold, but in a manger used to feed animals. The setting was far from glamorous. It was humble, even lowly. This is the first great mystery, that God often chooses humble beginnings to bring about his greatest purposes. It is a divine paradox. While the world chases power, prestige, and position, God moves through what the world discards or overlooks. He takes the small, the weak, and the simple, and transforms them into vessels of glory. For you, this is a powerful reminder. You might feel that where you are right now is too small, too ordinary, or too insignificant. Perhaps you look at others who seem to have all the advantages, wealth, connections, opportunities, and you feel left behind. But Bethlehem declares that greatness is not birthed in abundance or fanfare. It is birthed in humility. When you embrace your humble beginning, you align yourself with the divine pattern. God's ways are not our ways. The place you are in right now, the small job, the quiet role, the unnoticed corner, is not a limitation but the starting point for something extraordinary. Just as the Savior was born in a manger, your destiny can be born in the midst of what seems ordinary or even difficult. This is a call to trust the process, to walk faithfully even when your circumstances seem small or inadequate. Don't despise the low place or the simple start. Instead, honor it, because from humble beginnings, God's power is made perfect. From these places, he launches new seasons, new life, and new hope. Remember, Bethlehem's mystery is a message to every person who feels overlooked, undervalued, or insignificant. Your story is not over. The God who came in the quiet of Bethlehem is the same God who is with you now, ready to turn your humble beginnings into a glorious testimony. The birth of the Messiah in Bethlehem was no accident. It was not a random event or a chance occurrence. Every detail, from the journey of Joseph and Mary to the appearance of the star, to the shepherds in the fields, was perfectly aligned in God's divine calendar. This was the fulfillment of ancient prophecies spoken centuries before, a moment that had been carefully prepared and waited upon through generations. This reveals a profound mystery. God's timing is perfect, even when it feels delayed or confusing to us. How often do we find ourselves in seasons of waiting, waiting for a breakthrough, waiting for a blessing, waiting for a dream to come true? We grow impatient. We look at others who seem to be moving faster or receiving favor more quickly. We question why things are not happening now. But the story of Bethlehem reminds us that God's timing is not our timing. The star did not appear too early to announce the birth of the King. It did not appear too late either. It appeared at the exact moment ordained by heaven. The shepherds were watching, but the world was still unaware, and Joseph and Mary made their journey not before the appointed time, but precisely as God had planned. There is a sacred rhythm to the seasons in our lives. Just as the earth has its seasons, spring, summer, autumn, winter, so too does the unfolding of our purpose follow God's appointed time. There are seasons to prepare, seasons to grow, seasons to harvest, and seasons to rest. None of these are wasted, none are premature. This mystery teaches us to trust in divine timing, even when the clock seems silent, when doors appear closed, when prayers seem unanswered, when the world moves on without you. Know that you are in God's perfect season. Sometimes the delay is the preparation, sometimes the waiting is the shaping, and sometimes it is simply the divine orchestration of a perfect plan. Don't rush the moment, don't try to force the timing. Like the wise men following the star, move forward in faith, guided by the light God has given you. Trust that when the time comes, the breakthrough will be undeniable and the fulfillment undeniable. The birth of Jesus in Bethlehem is the ultimate proof that God's timing is flawless. It reminds us to be patient, to persevere, and to remain faithful, knowing that the right moment is coming. When it does, it will be more powerful, more glorious, and more life-changing than you could ever imagine. So hold fast, believe in the mystery of divine timing. Your moment is coming exactly as it should, neither too soon nor too late, but right on time. Bethlehem's glory was not obvious. It was hidden beneath the surface, veiled from the eyes of the proud and the powerful. When Jesus was born, there was no grand announcement to the kings of the earth, no immediate recognition from the rulers or the religious elite. Instead, the first to receive the news were the lowly shepherds, simple men watching their flocks in the night, overlooked by society and considered insignificant by the world's standards. This reveals a profound truth about how God often works. His greatest glory is frequently hidden, wrapped in humility and silence. The brilliance of Bethlehem's star was not seen by the mighty at first, but by the humble and the faithful who were watching and waiting. It was in the quiet and unseen places that God's glory began to shine. Too often we look for signs of success, blessing, or favor in the applause of the crowd, the recognition of peers, or visible achievements. But the mystery of hidden glory reminds us that true honor and purpose are not always loud or public. Sometimes God's work in us happens beneath the surface, in the moments no one else notices, in the seasons when we feel invisible or forgotten. This hidden glory requires faith, a faith that what God is doing inside us or around us is real, even if it is not yet visible. It requires patience and perseverance when the world sees nothing but silence. The shepherds did not expect to be the first witnesses of the Messiah's birth, yet God chose them precisely because their hearts were ready to receive the hidden glory. Your life might feel like that right now. You might be in a place where your efforts seem unnoticed, your gifts unrecognized, your struggles unseen. But this is exactly where God often plants the seeds of glory. The moments when you are faithful in the unseen, consistent in the quiet, and obedient in the hidden are the very moments when God's glory begins to grow. The mystery here is that God's glory is not diminished by its invisibility. In fact, it is often magnified because it is born of faith, not fame. When the time comes for your moment to shine, it will come with power, transforming your life and the lives of those around you. But until then, God calls you to be faithful in the hidden places, trusting that your hidden glory is being prepared. Bethlehem reminds us that true glory is not about being seen by many, but about being seen and chosen by God. It is a glory that transforms from the inside out, starting small, often hidden, but destined to illuminate the world. So do not be discouraged by invisibility. Do not give up when no one seems to notice. The mystery of hidden